Shabbat Shalom. I hope you've had a wonderful Shabbos and another great day of Hanukkah. Tonight we're going to begin with Havadalah to end our Shabbat experience, taking in the senses of Shabbos and the wonderful family time that we have together, and entering another evening of Hanukkah. Join us in singing our Havadalah blessings. Shavua Tov. A wonderful, good new week.
Yes, a great week and a great start to celebrate Hanukkah.
Hanukkah. Do you know any Hanukkah songs that we might be singing?
I don't know. I'm feeling like something might come and inspire us.
Put on your yarmulke, here comes Hanukkah. So much Hanukkah to celebrate Hanukkah. Oh, Hanukkah, oh, Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Everyone to play with and latkes to read. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Oh, Hanukkah, Hanukkah, a time to remember, a joyful, jolly holiday that comes in December. Every day for 8 days, dreidels will spin, crispy little latkes, tasty and thin, and nightly, so brightly, the candles of Hanukkah glow. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Ma'os Tzur Yeshuati Lechana El Shameach Tikon Bet Tefilati Esham Toda Nezabeach Le'etachin Matbeach Mizar Nabeach Azekmar Meshir Mizmor Hanukkah Tamizbeach Azekmor Meshir Mizmor Hanukkah Tamizbeach. Rock of ages, let our song praise your saving power. You amidst the raging foes were our sheltering tower. Furious they assailed us, but your arm availed us, and a word broke your sword when our own strength failed us, and thy word broke their sword when our own strength failed us.
Happy Hanukkah!
Happy Hanukkah.
I think it's time for a story.
Story time.
Story time. Thank you, Rabbi.
Happy Hanukkah, everybody, and how incredible do they sound. It's so fun to be here, and this is my favorite moment where I get to share a story with you, and you're going to see it, this time for real, somewhere right around here. Thank you, Mark and Caleb. Our 8 nights of Hanukkah. The very first night of Hanukkah, we polished the silver menorah. That was my great-grandma's. She brought it from Russia maybe 100 years ago. It's the oldest thing in the house, I think. We say all the prayers together as we light the shamash. That's the tallest candle, and touch it to the first night's candle. Baby Audrey just burbles, but that kind of sound like Hebrew. Then we sing Hanukkah songs to take turns reading a story that's even older than great-grandma's menorah. It's the 2,000-year-old true story about the small group of Jews led by Judah Maccabee who didn't want to worship the statues of cows and give up being Jewish. So they fought against this huge, powerful Syrian army. But by a real miracle, the Maccabees won. Nobody in that story gave Hanukkah presents, especially ones with superheroes or batteries, especially for parents to put them together. They just were glad to be free to be Jews. On the second night at Grandma and Grandpa's, we light 2 candles with the shamash. Then we take turns grating potatoes so Grandma can fry us all potato pancakes. I'm sure it smells lovely in the house for a couple days. We always eat too many latkes and lots of homemade applesauce too. The latkes are really crispy, kind of like French fry pancakes, because Grandma fries them in oil. The oil is supposed to remind us of the lamp the Maccabees found in the wrecked temple. It only had about 1 day's worth of oil in it, but it burned for 8 days. This was a sign that God was on their side, and is why Hanukkah lasts for 8 days. Mom says Grandma's latkes last 8 days in her stomach too. You know what's funny? Our dogs come with us to Grandma's too, and we don't give them any latkes. But the next day, you can smell them latkes in his fur. On the third night, the shamash lights 3 candles, and we search the house for things we want to give away as presents. See, our family has a tradition. Before we get any gifts, we gather all the toys and clothes we don't think we'll use for next year. We're not rich, but in our closet plenty of clothes and toys, some toys we didn't even have time to play with. So we give these as gifts to people who are as lucky as we are, because Mom likes to remind us that Jews believe in tzedakah, which means that even little kids have something extra they can share. After that, we paint cards and wrapping paper. We decorate them with glitter and snowflakes, but nothing really Jewish or Christian. Who knows what holiday the kids who receive our gifts are going to celebrate? We just write happiness and peace, since that's really all we wish. On the 4th night, with 5 candles glowing in the window, we wrap our gifts, after we make sure there aren't any loose parts or missing cards or lost men. We erase our smudgy fingerprints and stray crayon marks so everything looks new. Then each gift is wrapped with our homemade paper. This is also a night our temple has its big Hanukkah party. We bundle up and walk there. The best part is seeing all the lights, menorahs burning in some windows, and trees twinkling in others. The lights tell you who's Jewish and who's not, which you don't really know the rest of the year. When I said that to my dad, he said, well, Hanukkah's a chance to be proud of your religion. All the kids from religious school come with their families. We have cookies shaped in the Star of David, and there's cider and coffee, Israeli dancing, and a play about the Maccabees with aluminum foil swords. The preschoolers always dress up as singing dreidels and spin around. I did when I was little, and it made me dizzy. On the 5th night, we have our big family dinner with Grandma and Grandpa and maybe some other relatives. I think all the Jewish holidays are getting together with your family. Friends from my regular school who don't really know about Hanukkah come too. On that night, we say the candle lighting prayers in Hebrew and English. For dessert, Dad gives everyone a net bag with chocolate coins wrapped in gold foil. And then Grandpa says he can beat anyone at a game of dreidel. It's not a very hard game. It's just a spinning top with 4 Hebrew letters, Nun, Gimel, Hey, and Shin, one on each side. The Hebrew letters stand for Nes, Gadol, Haya, Sham. Grandpa translates for anyone who can't speak Hebrew, and mine isn't so good. It means a great miracle happened there. 2,000 years ago. Everybody probably spoke Hebrew really well back then, some Greek. At the end of the game, which is mostly laughing because we kept eating our winnings, Grandpa gives all of us kids Hanukkah gelt, real silver dollars, and save for college. The 6th night, after we light the menorah, we drive our gifts to a shelter. The people there know kids who don't even have houses. Last year, we sent our presents to our neighbors' cousins. They'd lost almost everything in a gigantic flood, even their dog, although they found him 1 month later. Definite. Later, we shop for family presents. Mom and Dad take baby Audrey, but we, older kids, go with Grandma and Grandpa. They make weird suggestions about what to get our parents, like kitchen towels. We already hinted a lot about what we'd like, but our parents always surprise us. Grandma and Grandpa never try to buy us clothes. We go to a giant toy stores to look for things we really need, and Grandma will say, "Well, I don't know, we'll see." But then Grandpa says he's going to find the restroom and sneak back to buy just what we wanted. Awesome. Each year on the 7th night, we light our menorah at the best of all of our friends' house. They celebrate Christmas, but like Mom's latkes almost as much as I do, so we bring over a giant platter of them. After dinner, they surprise us with Hanukkah presents, and we help them trim their tree with cranberries and tinsel the ornaments with their 2 cats having broken. When the tree is finished, the room is lit with only our menorahs and flames and strands of Christmas lights. We tuck the presents we bought them under the tree and eat cookies. I've sometimes helped decorate earlier in the day. Did I tell you that our Hanukkah is also about people of different religions living alongside one another? On the last night of Hanukkah, with all 9 candles burning, we open our gifts, one at a time so everyone can watch and no one gets cheated out of a thank you hug. Our dog gets presents too, even though he isn't Jewish. Half the presents were made ourselves, and the rest we bought with saved up allowance. Plus, there are packages from relatives who live too far away to come over. But while we're still sitting on the floor among all the ribbons and boxes, Dad usually says something besides, "Thank you, everybody." He always says something like, "Aren't we lucky to be able to celebrate our holiday with everyone in our family in this safe place? It's a miracle." Well, I know he doesn't mean a great miracle as in the first Hanukkah story, but maybe it's a tiny one. Maybe a lot of tiny miracles add up to a great one if you think about the whole world and all these menorahs glowing in lots and lots of windows and all that light. Happy Hanukkah. And that dog, by the way, come see me. Do that bark mitzvah soon. Bada boom bing. Let's do some more tunes. They're laughing.
I like to think my dog is Jewish. Yeah.
My dog likes challah.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
I feel like she's definitely pretty Jewish. You know what my favorite thing about Hanukkah is?
Family?
Yeah, family, but my favorite thing to do at Hanukkah is to play with a dreidel. I have a little dreidel, I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I shall play. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, And when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I shall play. My dreidel's always playful, it loves to dance and spin. A happy game of dreidel, come play, let's now begin. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I shall play.
Hey, what's your favorite food for Shabbat?
Bread.
Yes,
Challah.
challah.
I have a little dreidel, I made it out of bread. It looked so very yummy, so I ate it up instead.
Yum, yum.
Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I shall play.
You're from Canada, right? There's lots of snow up there. I feel like you gotta have a verse about snow.
Snow, here we go. I have a little dreidel, I made it out of snow. I baked it in the oven, where did my dreidel go?
Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I shall play.
Hey, Rabbi.
Yes.
When you lived in California, what was
Correct.
your favorite part of California?
Sand.
Sand? Let's do it.
I had a little dreidel, I made it out of sand. But when I went to spin it, it crumbled in my hand.
Oy vey.
Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I shall play.
I have one. I have a little dreidel. I made it from a broom. I think I'll try to talk it into cleaning up my room.
Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I shall play.
Okay, Cantor, I know you come from New York. What's your favorite food from New York?
I gotta go with bagels and lox.
Woohoo! Let's try.
I have a little dreidel, I made it out of lox. It tastes good on a bagel, but smells worse than my socks.
Oh, no.
Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I shall play.
I have a little dreidel. It's sitting on my shelf. And if you want more verses, you can make them up yourself.
Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, oh, dreidel I shall play.
That was fun.
Cantor, you got your clapping hands ready?
I can try.
Okay, everybody, warm up your clapping hands. I want you to do what I do. You ready? Goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Here we go again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You ready
All right,
to try
we can do
it?
this, yeah.
You got your clapping hands ready? Again. Woo!
Not by might and not by power, but by spirit alone. Ruach shall they live in peace. Not by might and not by power, but by spirit alone. Ruach shall we all live in peace.
Get your clapping hands ready. Here we go.
The children sing, the children dream, and tears may fall, but we'll hear them call, and another song will rise, another song will rise, another song will rise.
Here we go.
Not by might and not by power, but by spirit alone. Ruach shall we all live in peace. Not by might and not by power, but by spirit alone. Ruach shall we all live in peace. Not by might. Shalom.
Happy Hanukkah!
Happy Hanukkah.
Wow, I think it's time to light the Hanukkah.
Sounds like a good idea.
Let's do it. Happy Hanukkah, everybody.
Happy
Let's get
Hanukkah.
your menorahs ready.
Thanks for helping us with all these songs, Rob.
My pleasure.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa nisim la'avoteinu, bayamim hahem, bazman hazeh. Amen.
I want to thank an incredible Robin Berger for bringing so much energy, I don't know if there's an English word, but awesomeness to such a great celebration with Hanukkah, with Cantor Whitner. Next year, I can't wait to do that again, full of everyone to do. I have a little dreidel, which was just absolutely astonishing. You're still standing. Happy Hanukkah, everybody.
Happy Hanukkah.
From your Temple Emanu-El family. Enjoy all the gifts. Eat a lot of latkes, but especially have fun.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Chagurim Sameach.